Good morning, guys. I don't know if it's going to be morning when you guys listen to this, but hello, welcome to the Pretty Positive Podcast. And today is episode 15. And I'm so happy to be back and recording again. I know I said I was going to be recording every week, but you know how that can go. If you hear any noises in the background, it is my son. He's doing stuff and I'm just getting ready for work, and I felt like, you know what, why not record while I am getting ready? So it's early in the morning, but it's okay. What I want to talk about today is, I guess, pretty dating. I guess that's going to be the title of this episode. Pretty dating, pretty trying to be a single mom and trying to date, and just talk about like that process and where I stand on that and where I'm at in that, and kind of up my little business a little bit, but not really, because there's not too much business to tell with that. But yeah, I kind of just want to go into it a little bit. So just to start, if you haven't followed any of my socials, please do. Right now I'm only working with one social media, which is my Facebook account. That is Hello Ronnie. Like Hello Kitty, but Hello Ronnie. So follow me on there. I have all my links in my bio. As well as, like, comment, subscribe, DM me if you have any questions regarding my episodes, or you want to give me some ideas. That'd be helpful. So yeah, that's really mainly it. So how are everyone? I don't know how I just said that. How are everyone? How are you today? Are you doing good? Hope so as you're listening to this. But I just want to talk about dating for me. Dating has been a very hard process since having my son. Also, I had to heal from another relationship that I was in. So I wasn't interested in dating people or getting to know anyone new right away. Now, since I have had, I won't even say, I guess that there are opportunities. I have had dating opportunities. I have had people that have wanted to be more in my life, come to me or whatever the case may be. And it's definitely not an easy thing for me, in the sense of I want to make sure that I am fully prepared to enter another chapter with someone. You know what I mean? And I like to know what people's intentions are with me before just jumping into something. Like, I need to know exactly what you're doing here, exactly what you want. And like, I can't pretend like I, want to fully dive into dating again. Like I said, it's something that's on my mind, of course, as far as like, who's gonna love me, who's gonna be with me, who's going to, create all these beautiful memories with me and my son. And I want to eventually have another kid, and I want to have the family life, but also I don't want to rush that process. I want it to be authentic. I want it to come naturally. I want it to be, we're both fully in it and really dedicating our time and effort towards what we really want to do, and build together and create a family that's based upon just love. Well, friendship first, because I feel like friendship's important, and love, and making sure God is involved in that, of course. And I just, I've been keeping myself very, very aware and alert, I guess. I don't know. I've been making sure I'm very protective of who I allow in my space and who I choose to, talk to in that manner. Because one thing about me, I can say if there's something that I just don't like, I'm going to definitely say it. And that could rub a lot of people the wrong way. They could be like, well, dang, you asking for too much, or you want me to express myself too much. Some men don't like expressing themselves, and that's just not the man for me, because I need to know like what you're feeling. I don't want you to tell me your feelings every day, but I would love to know what you're feeling and what I could do to, you know, make you feel whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like you're supposed to work off each other's emotions. It's like teamwork. So I'm very, very vocal on, clarity and just knowing how a person feels about me before I completely dive in and put my eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to dating, that's multiple people. You can date multiple people, but I am one person that does not like to do that. I'll rather indulge my energy into one person, and especially if they want to build something else, with me in the future and stability and a family, I want to indulge in that if that is, have a potential to be a long-term thing. I don't want to, like, indulge in something, and it's not what was said to be. You know what I mean? It wasn't, I'm getting now fooled by this person or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that either. So I'm very protective of, myself, and I created boundaries of things I don't tolerate, and there's things that I won't, stand, and I am saying no more, and I am saying I'm so sorry, not for me, or I am saying I'm good on you. You know what I mean? And that's okay. It's trial and error when it comes to dating. I'm not for everybody, and I understand that, and that's completely fine. I don't think I'm perfect. I don't think I'm the best girl and woman in the world. I know my heart. I know who I am as a person. I know how I love. I know how I like. I know how I know what I bring to the table. I know, what I offer when it comes to partnership. So I don't want to force anything to happen. I want things just to happen on its own. And I think that, people sometimes rush, and I was a rusher. I used to rush into relationships, especially if I was hurt. I used to rush into a relationship right away because I'm like, oh, I'm hurt. I need somebody else to heal my heart. When I needed to heal myself, I needed to take the time to myself and really like process what I was really feeling, so I wouldn't bring that baggage to another man. Because that's one thing I don't want to do, is bring my trauma to another man. You know what I mean? Because he didn't do anything to me. You know what I mean? And I don't want to hold things over his head, and he's not the one who even did them. The last man did them. So I had to take time out to really learn myself and heal as a woman, and that's what I have been doing, and that's what I continue to do day to day. I handle things so differently now, and that's why I know that I'm so much more mature and so ready to offer a different love that I never offered before, and I'm proud of that. And I'm very excited for the next relationship I do decide to get into, because I feel like I can really give my all in a way that is very mature, in a way that's very understanding, that's level-headed, that's accountable, that's, fresh and new, and just a clean slate. I'm not coming in with a bunch of like baggage, like, some of my past relationships. And I'm truly, truly healed, and I'm so very blessed that, I was able to get through, my last breakup the way I did, because like I said, it did kind of hurt me because I had a baby. And any woman that knows, well, I don't know how every woman feels, but any woman that did love their child's father, or was in a long-term relationship with their child's father, or, try to fight for their family, they all know that, it's tough to leave that situation, because you want nothing but your family to be together. So that really did hurt me, and I had to really let go and realize that, you know what, right now is just not gonna happen, and it's okay, and you know, maybe it's just not meant to be that way. And I had to understand, like, you know, I need to change within myself as how I react to certain things, and you know, because I'm just so upset that it's not working, and I'm just upset that it's just like I'm putting in so much effort, and I'm just upset that we keep butting heads, or I'm just upset that, you know, I have this baby now, and my baby doesn't have his whole family together. But now I realize, like, that's okay. It's not like I can't have a family still for my kid, because my kid can still have a family, and I can always still find a man that loves my child like his own. So that doesn't worry me as much as it used to when I was first dealing with the process of healing from my child's father. Now, and I created a better understanding of our situation, because at first I didn't fully understand why things were happening, and I thought maybe I could control the narrative and, I don't know, create a different version of him. But he's going to be who he wants to be, just like I'm going to be who I want to be. You can never, you know, think you could change somebody. That's just not the way it works. People have to change for themselves. And me and him still have a okay relationship. We co-parent and, you know, everything. So it's not, but I don't carry that hurt anymore for him. It's more of like, you know, we gotta do stuff for our being a parents to our son. So when I do, you know, even get into anything with him, it's basically over our son. No, it's no more over my emotions. Do that make sense? So like, I don't crash out because I'm still feeling a type of way, or my emotions are so far into, you know, us as romantic partners. But it's more of like, I'm the reason I'm upset about something, it will only be the only reason I would get upset is if it involves something with our son, because I put myself in a co-parenting position, and I'm healed from that situation. And I make that very clear if I do talk to someone, that you don't have to worry about me trying to dip back into something that I'm healed from if, you know, if it didn't work out, you know what I mean? And like I said, I don't have a bad relationship with my child's father. It's just right now, it's just we're not on that time. We're just not on that time. And that's okay. I feel like he is maybe looking for something else. I don't know. And then I'm just not going that way either. So that's fine. It's nothing wrong with that. And I pray every day that, you know, that continues to be a growing, trusting co-parenting situation, and continue to, you know, do the right things for our kid. And yeah, but dating is definitely difficult when having a young kid. I don't think a lot of mothers talk about it because we don't have that much time to date. So I also have to make sure I'm not only choosing a partner that understands my situation, but also choosing a partner that, you know, has patience with me as being a parent. Because yeah, dads can get off with, you know, saying, here, even if they got kids, the mom has the kids, unless you're a full-time dad, you know what I mean? You got custody of your kids, it's different. But they can send their kid back to mom's house and be like, okay, let's go out, I'm cool. You know, I'm free this day. And I'll be like, I'm not free. I have my son. Like, I have to find ways around that. But if you really want to spend time with someone, you're going to make time for them. And I mean, not in any way, like, if you want to talk to them, you're going to talk to them. I am a communicator, so I love the phone. I love the text messages. I love the little, you know, back and forth communication. Even if I don't see you, in person, like, I respect a phone call. Like, I like to hear how you're, you know, what you're doing. Like, I don't know. Like, it don't even gotta be every day. I don't want no guy to be up my butt. I don't want to be up his butt. I want to still have our time to ourselves because we still have our own separate lives. But I do like the interaction. You know what I mean? I've always been like that in most of my relationships. So when I enter into the chapter of dating, it's like I need a guy to understand that I am a mom of a 2-year-old. He's still small, my village is but so big, far as like who watches him and stuff like that. I don't have my mom around, so I can't just be like, Mom, my grandma's older. I wouldn't just throw my son on my grandma. Like, it's just, I can't just drop my kid off to everyone. He has his dad, of course, but like that's still, I have to let his dad live his life. And, also he works and stuff. So I don't want to like be asking him to do everything, either. But I do, of course, expect his dad to be helpful in that manner, because I would be helpful in that manner towards him. But that's a whole nother conversation. But just finding someone that understands my lifestyle right now and where I'm at, but also understanding that I am willing to adjust and I am willing to, make time and make the best of it when we do have our time together, because I'm a very fun girl. I sound like I'm just signing up for a Tinder app, right? Like I'm giving myself, no, don't, I'm good. I'm just, kind of explaining like the dating process of how, well, I guess dating me, how it is dating me. So yeah, it's just, that phone is everything to me, because it's like I said, I don't have a lot of time, but I do have a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? And I can make time, baby. But yeah, so dating has definitely been interesting. I love a guy with personality and that's able to talk, and we share interests and we get to know each other. So I am still single. I do feel like I'm right now chilling and I'm not rushing at anything, but I do feel like I won't be single for too long. And like I said, I'm just, enjoying the conversations I'm having, and I'm enjoying my time with my son, him growing up, and me being a mom, and me working full time, and just trying to like indulge in myself and keep growing as a woman and keep getting closer to God and all of that. So it's like I'm really just trusting God and his timing, and I'm also making sure that I'm not trying to jump into something just because somebody, I like somebody or someone's giving me attention. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that girl. I want to just make sure I'm really fully in it and they're fully in it before I be like, all right, yes, let's move to the next step. Let's work on this and that and this and that. You know what I mean? Because it does take, I think you should build a friendship. It does take some time, and I feel like building a friendship takes a minute too. Like I said, I'm not gonna give too much time either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to waste my time either. So even though I'm saying things take time, I'm also not about to waste my time. If I feel like someone's not ready or moving in the direction of even trying to get ready, I'm bouncing. That's why I'm very straightforward when it comes to what are your intentions with me? Where do you want this to go? Where do you see yourself, even your own personal goals? Like, I need to know where your head is at before I try to even think about a life with you, because now I'm thinking about kids. Now I'm thinking about you, being around my kid. Now I'm thinking about moving in together, it's like you got to think about these things. You got to factor these things in. And I don't overthink them. I don't want it to make it seem like I'm just throwing this all on a man, because I'm not right away. Like, I'm not. Like I said, I'm building a friendship. But I do want to know what your intentions are before, like, I move forward with you for, like, months and years or whatever the case may be. Hopefully not a bunch of years, but months, and indulging in this conversation to end up in nothing, and I could have been doing something else. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that I'm explaining everything fully. But I won't talk too much. It's already been a long time, and I'm still getting ready for work. So I thank you guys so much for listening to my podcast, Pretty Positive Podcast. Remember, love make the world go round. If somebody told you it does not, they are a liar. God bless you all. Have a great Friday.